It's the Broadway Show After Dark. We're at the hottest party in town, the Tony Awards after party at New York's iconic Carlisle Hotel, with Broadway's biggest stars. Plus a recap of this year's biggest winners at the 2023 Tony Awards. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is the Broadway Show. It was a Tony Awards ceremony like no other. Now welcome to the party after the party. I'm Tamsen Fadal. As you can see, we're on location at New York City's legendary Carlyle Hotel, giving you VIP access to the hottest Tony's after party in town. But first, there's only one place to start. The 76th Annual Tony Awards are in the books. Broadway's biggest stars on Broadway's biggest night. So let's talk about some of the night's biggest winners. Heading into Tony night, Some Like It Hot was the season's most celebrated show with 13 nominations. But it was Kimberly Akimbo that picked up the most wins, 5 Tonys, including the prize for Best Musical.
I never raised my head.
The revival of Parade, starring Ben Platt and Michaela Diamond, won the trophy for Best Revival of a Musical. In a very competitive category, Tom Stoppard's Leopoldstadt gets the win for Best New Play. And in the category for Best Revival of a Play, it's TOPDOG Underdog with the win. Check out the full list of Tony winners over at Broadway.com.
How am I going to keep it together? When you work on something for so long, and then something like this happens, it doesn't seem real. It doesn't seem real, and at the same time, it's extremely gratifying knowing that you worked so long and so hard on something, for nearly 23 years. But I think it happened how it was supposed to happen, because I don't think I could have done it when I was younger.
The Tonys are a celebration. It's not just about this. It is about being in a room together to celebrate the work. And I actually can't believe I'm here with this in that room. To have Leopoldstadt sort of engraved on this is like the biggest dream that I've had. I never thought that something like Leopoldstadt would be possible for me.
We're going to hear from Broadway's biggest stars, both in the winner's circle and here at the Carlisle Hotel. The Carlisle, because this is where the after party is. But first, here's Perry Sook with a look inside this iconic New York City landmark.
Thanks, Tamsen. After the Tonys, Broadway comes to party at the Carlisle Hotel. Let's get to know the legendary New York landmark. So we are here inside the beautiful Bemelman's Bar. But before we get into the big excitement of tonight, Maureen, can you tell me a little bit more about the Carlisle and its history?
Well, the Carlisle Hotel is 93 years old this year, and it is a hotel and a private residence for some people. But it is such an historic building because the Carlisle is not just a hotel, but it is also a place for New Yorkers to enjoy entertainment. We have had live entertainment at this hotel for decades, and that's what makes this a special part of the Upper East Side and New York. So Perry, it's really a very unique hotel.
Before we get into the after party specifically, how did this whole relationship with the Carlisle and Broadway start?
Obviously, Broadway is another stalwart of New York, and I think the Carlisle and our sense of entertainment and the live entertainment venues we have fits in very well with Broadway. And the Carlisle has always been about the sense of entertainment and live entertainment. So the two of us joining together and being partners and celebrating together is just a perfect synergy.
Now, as far as the actual after party, you guys have had it for 15 years. How did that come about?
It came about, I think, again, because of the collaboration that we have between Broadway and using Broadway entertainers in our hotel. It was just a natural fit. And our hotel, we're discreet at the Carlisle, but there's always a sense of fun and a reverence. And I think that's where an after party really, for the Tonys, really came about. And we continue that tradition.
And you can see how exciting it is. It is party time here at the Carlisle Hotel, and we are rubbing elbows with Broadway's brightest stars. Plus, the whole team's here. Right, Paul?
That's right, Tamsen. It's VIP access for sure. This is the first time TV cameras have been allowed behind the velvet rope and inside this exclusive Tony Awards after party.
All right, this is where all of the big Broadway interviews are going to happen. Of course, stars are making their way over here. And this is really a night of firsts, right?
Oh, amazing. There were two incredible, in major acting categories, non-binary performers. J. Harrison G, Some Like It Hot, and Alex Newell shocked. Major history made there. And also the entire show was unscripted, Tim's, and I've never seen 3 hours of live TV like this without a script.
You're so right. It was such a phenomenal night. We know we're waiting for stars to arrive here. Charlie Cooper, we're going to send it out to her. She is roaming around the party.
All right, guys, so it is literally packed in here. People are having a great time. It's like a big reunion. People came from the awards show and are just having the time of their lives in this room, but really all throughout the hotel.
Okay, let me tell you something. I did my first Broadway show 29 years ago, and I have always wanted to be invited to this party. This is the party.
At the Carlisle.
This is the invitation that you want, and it finally happened 2 days ago.
We're now in the iconic Cafe Carlisle that hosts some of Broadway's biggest names for large engagements, and as you can see behind me, really incredible performers as well.
How are you feeling at the party? You're here, you're able to finally kind of let loose.
I mean, it does feel a little bit like it's finally like this entire 6 weeks has been just relentless.
Oh my God.
But wonderful and exciting, and this community is so vibrant and wonderful.
All right, we're in Bemelman's Bar now. This was probably one of the most popular spots in this hotel, and you can really see why. I mean, the atmosphere is incredibly lively. You've got live music, and it's a favorite. It's a favorite space in here.
How are you feeling right now? I mean, this is not one, two.
I just, hasn't really quite sunk in yet, but I'm just so proud of us. I'm so proud of both of the shows. I'm proud of TOPDOG, UNDERDOG, Susan Laurie Parks, getting her due, Yahya Abdul-Mateen II, and Corey Hawkins. What they did on that stage just made me so proud as an actor. And then Kimberly Akimbo, my heart, my soul, that show, it just speaks to me. It just spoke to me for so many reasons. Ageism, our youth, dysfunctional families, everything. But it was the reality of who we are, which is why I said yes to producing that one.
You and I have talked for years now about the fact that, over the years we've changed a lot.
Yes,
right?
we have.
But these are years that we feel different than we did when we were even younger.
We feel better.
Better.
Yes, we do.
And
I do. You
right?
are better.
We
are.
I'm so happy for you. I truly, truly am. Do we know what's next?
I do.
You do?
I do.
Say yeah?
Yes.
Okay,
I am producing Here Lies Love. I'm on that team. And I'm so excited about Here Lies Love because we have transformed the Broadway theater. So I'm super excited about that because we have our preview starting next week.
Okay, I will be there.
So, yay.
What a joyful moment watching you win that Tony, and your story is so clear. You're like, I have wanted this since I was a kid.
Yes.
This is the dream.
But I also didn't know that I was going to get it. I told you earlier that, I didn't get into any school for a BFA. All the schools that I applied to quite literally said no. So the journey when you're looking at musical theater as a career is, you audition, you go to school, you get a BFA, and you come to New York, you struggle. I didn't do any of that because no one accepted me.
Yeah.
Mainly because I didn't fit in their box, which is fine, but I know that now. But back then, I didn't think that I would ever be here because I wasn't supposed to be.
Now, when you give a speech like this tonight, there's an extra weight to it because this is going to be one of those speeches the children are going to be watching on YouTube and seeing what you said. And
of course, because I was one of those kids. I was always watching to see who would inspire me to actively want to keep doing it most times. It's not just about wanting to do it, keeping doing it is a big part of it. Hey, baby, that's my friend. I'm sober, I promise. Come in. Come here.
We gonna do this?
Yes, we're gonna do this.
You look fabulous. Oh, come on for booze. For booze.
You two superstars just walked into history together tonight.
Yeah.
Talk about sort of doing this together and going through this whole season as friends and sort of experiencing each other, or you're now
Thank you
friends.
for being a friend.
Yeah.
You're my pal and my confidant.
Listen. Okay.
No,
I tell you.
it is quite literally wonderful to have someone that is your rock, that is on the same level, the same trajectory, the same mindset, wavelength, all of that. Because imagine doing this alone. You don't have a support system. And I could call, text, beat. If I wanted to reach you, I could have. And I'm so happy to have had that with you.
Yeah.
My auntie sister.
Truly that. Truly that. Like every time we get together, it doesn't have to be like all the time, but when we do, it's just auntie energy, and it's like the understanding of, I have a touchstone. I have a place where it's a soft landing that I'm like, I know no words need to be said. I got you.
This is a community that loves trailblazers, that loves original voices. Just look at the array of winners tonight. I mean, it's a beautiful array of people, and we heard a lot in the speeches about individual voices and about these voices that Broadway brings the world.
Yeah.
What's it like to be a part of that, and what's it like to celebrate with these people at a party like this?
It's humbling and grounding to be so confident in a place in my life where I know who I am solidly, and I protect my peace and my joy at all costs, and know that I have to live in my intention, my purpose with love. I just got to do what makes sense to me, and everything else is noise.
Is it amazing that Broadway you both found this home together in Broadway? Does this feel like the community where this would happen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very.
All right, Paul, you know I got to go drink.
Well, the party's just getting started here on the Broadway Show at the Carlisle Hotel and the Tonys after party. We're going to have more right after the break.
Hi everyone, I'm Jodie Comer and I'm from the play Prima Facie, and you are here watching the Broadway Show.
Welcome back to the party after the party. I'm Tamsen Fadal.
Yick, yicky, Mickey, Ricky, icky. I like the way you make a point. I like your frame of mind. A little quick, a little sharp, a little beat behind.
So when you get up tomorrow morning and you know this really happened,
Right.
all the hard work,
Right.
all of your heart that you poured into this. Talk a little bit about what that's been like, because people see tonight, but they don't realize, what.
Well, I think our job is to make it look really easy, right? So they don't understand the hours and hours of practicing and focusing and working so hard. So I think it's tonight is very sweet because our show won Best Musical, and it's just such an intimate, beautiful story and such a hilarious story. So I'm just thrilled for everybody.
There are certain shows that really resonate with people, and you never quite know what it is. But this one, I feel like this one, there was no doubt that this is one that resonated.
You can feel audiences leaning in. You can feel people wanting to connect with us. And I think it's because there's a little bit of all of us in the show.
You said something as you were getting ready to wrap up, and you said, this is for everybody out there. And talk a little bit about that speech. I mean, it just felt like it was so from the heart.
So as I was writing my list of names this morning, in case, I thought, this is going on national television, and globally people will see it on YouTube, and this is an opportunity to say something. I had a lot of no's told to me growing up. I was told, you're not gonna make it because of how you look or because of what, I was poor, I had everything against me. And I just wanted to somehow reach out with a message of love in my last few moments as I saw, please wrap it up. And I was like, but I have to say something to America and beyond. And so it just came out to say, love who you are, and don't let anyone say you don't fit in, because guess what? We fit.
But suddenly loud as a mortar, there is hope. Finally,
yes, Leo, there is hope.
Wait, where's your Tony? Did you lose your Tony?
I hid it in a place where no one will ever find it.
I mean, if you're going to a party, a lot of people walk around with their Tony. Do you actually put yours in a secure location?
Well, I don't know. It's my first time, so I had it for a while, and then I was like, oh, I'm that guy like holding my Tony, and I kept hitting people with it, and I was like, I'm gonna hurt somebody. So I hid it away, and whoever finds it, enjoy.
But you won, Michael.
Yeah,
this beautiful production of Parade.
Listen, to win at art is an aim. It's not real, but to be recognized in a way, and however this particular piece and affected people, you know, and so that story gets told, I'm so humbled, and always without this, I would still be just as proud. But what a great moment for the show, and for me, it's super cool.
You got bleeped on national TV.
I got bleeped on national TV.
Was that the intention? Did you plan this out?
Well, I didn't know how people would feel about the word on TV. So in the setup, I used the word F word first.
Yes.
And then so that people would at least know what I was talking about before in case the FCC were to bleep me. But it was important for me to like reclaim that, you know, words. If Parade teaches us nothing, it's that words have tremendous power. I knew I had a minute to talk to America, and I wanted to speak to the people and my friends and people I don't know whose rights are being taken away, and so all across the country, because we can't let people become invisible. That's what theater is about. It's about seeing people, real people.
This is your fourth trip as a nominee.
My fourth trip.
Yeah, so does that mean
3 times as a bridesmaid, once as a bride.
When you've been doing this, as long as you've now been doing it, you kind of know a lot of the people in the room cheering you on.
And that's like sort of been the most beautiful thing about being here a few different times, is like you collect friends and colleagues and family, and like this time, the fourth time, I looked out and there were just like so many more, and it's just like this is my family. It's a really beautiful thing.
This is a Broadway show. We're back in just a few.
I feel like Top Dog Underdog winning for Best Revival is a win for theater. It's a win for the culture. The culture just took 2 steps forward today.
You've had a tremendous few years. Where are you going next? Because I feel like you've got exciting things in store every time you decide to do something.
Yes. Well, immediately I'm going to London. I'm going to be opening MJ the Musical in London, so I'm very, very excited about that next year in March. I also have a movie called Cast coming out, directed by Ava DuVernay. Bless her soul, she's amazing. And I'm working on my own music.
A West End, what do you think that's going to be like? Have you
no
seen
idea.
shows in the West End or no?
I've never been.
Oh my gosh!
So this is my first time in the West End, period.
Okay.
So I'm excited. It's so much wonder. It feels like stepping into Broadway again.
Bro, we're here at the Carlisle. I know MJ's not nominated this year, but you are still part of that magic, and we are here at the most VIP party at the Tonys. I mean, what's it feel like, man? What's the vibe?
It's everything. It's iconic. It's legendary. It is so fun to see so many shows, you know, win so many awards, and it's a dream, honestly.
Now, I know you're gonna put me to shame because how bad you guys throw it down on the dance floor
Hey,
on the stage every night.
I can show you.
This is a very special Tony, obviously. This is for your charity work. This is for Broadway Bears. This is for the incredible money raised. What's the total amount of money?
Well, it's about 24.5 million, but I said 25 tonight because next Sunday is Broadway Bears 31, and I know, well, the kids have already raised over 600,000 on the Strip-a-thon.
Right.
And will sell out. So we're gonna make between 1.7 and 2 million next Sunday night.
So what does it mean to get to, after, you know, to have these parties? I mean, this is a legendary party.
This is a legendary party.
Yes, it is.
And I haven't been here for a couple of years.
Okay, we're back. We're back in full swing. We're back in full swing.
This gets you free entry. It's the community for me. It's all about the community.
I love it.
And why shouldn't it be, right?
Yeah.
You know, how many queer directors and choreographers did I idolize?
And now you're one of those guys.
And now I'm them.
Hi, I'm J. Harrison G from Some Like It Hot, and you're watching The Broadway Show.
Wow, Tony winner.
I know.
You don't have a long Broadway resume.
No, it's my second Broadway
I
show
know, I
ever.
love that. I love that. It's incredible. So you're like meeting people tonight at this party that you might not even know a lot of these people, but you're like, oh, and I have a Tony Award.
Yeah, no, I'm like a downtown theater off Broadway, like just, yeah, this has not been my hemisphere, and so it's really nice and it's a thrill.
That's going to do it for us this week, and what a week it has been. I'm Tamsen Fadal, and this is The Broadway Show.